Hey, my name is Elika Bernard. I'm sitting here today with Gina Warren, and you are watching the Audacity. Her name is Miss Gina Warren, aka Thug Life. Just kidding. Listen, Gina is a hero to me, and she plays no games, and she has a huge heart for her people. And so I just want to talk to her today and get her perspective on some things and hear what's going on in Del Paso Heights. So Gina, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So you are married to our city council member, Alan Warren.
Yes,
Alan Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne Warren.
Wayne Warren. Okay, I hear there's an Alan, I hear there's a Wayne. So what is it like, what's going on in Del Paso Heights right now? I know that you have an organization called Wellness, correct?
Neighborhood Wellness Foundation.
Neighborhood Wellness Foundation. And are you from Sacramento?
Since 7th grade.
Really? What neighborhood did you grow up in?
Del Paso Heights.
So you from the Heights? Like straight up. Oh, I didn't know that.
I met my husband in junior high school.
In Sacramento.
Del Paso Junior High School, Grant High School, Pacer for life.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Cal undergrad, studied medical physics, and then I went to UCSF School of Pharmacy, got my doctorate in 1996.
Are you a Dr. Warren?
Mm-hmm.
Ow! I didn't know that. So, okay. So did you work in hospitals?
So I worked in corporate America first. I did a postdoc training with a subsidiary of HealthNet, and then I took some time off after 9/11, and then I did some community work, working at a retail store.
Okay.
So
Gucci?
No, Rite Aid
Oh.
in Norwood, like in the Heights, and because I wanted to get some work done in the neighborhood, and then
Yeah.
I started doing county work,
Wow.
which is when I got back into the clinics and the clinical setting. And
So
in
what's
the
your
pharmacy.
specialty with so you're a pharmacist, you were, okay.
So I'm a pharmacist. I did corporate work, so I did contracting. I was the clinical eyes of the contracting team. So contracting negotiation team. So when we had pharmaceutical drug reps coming in, I was the clinical eyes to make sure that we had safety and we had appropriateness in the drugs that we chose for the formulary.
So you were like the business side of pharmaceuticals.
I was initially.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that is super corporate America.
But we also did a lot of, so we built the formulary, the drug formulary, so, you know, whatever is covered for that particular insurance company, we created that medication formulary.
Wow, that's impressive.
And so I did a lot of traveling, went to a lot of different medical groups across the country. And
What's the correlation between?
well, because they did a lot, they did some downsizing and things changed after 9/11, and so I took a buyout, and so I took some time off. I had 2 children at the time, and then wanted to get back into the neighborhood.
So what point did you come back to Sacramento?
I was in Sacramento at
Okay.
the time. So I was at UCSF, so I finished my last rotations. Instead of finishing at UCSF Hospital in San Francisco General, the county, and then also at the UCSF Hospital, I finished up at UC Davis Medical Center.
Wow.
So I finished the rotation there, and then I graduated in 1996, and then I did a postdoc training starting that fall, that summer actually, and I learned pharmacy benefit management and so I was creating programs, clinical programs for medical groups.
Wow.
And traveling and all over different clients, and that's when I really realized that what I really wanted to do was not there. But I learned a lot of, I learned a ton.
Yeah.
But I also recognized that the impact that I wanted to make in the community wasn't going to be able to happen there.
Yeah. So how did you end up starting your
Neighborhood
foundation?
Wellness?
Yeah.
The first thought of it came when my father was sick with diabetes complications in probably 1997. And I had in my mind I wanted to create a wellness center that instead of my dad sitting down and talking to other Vietnam vets, dragging cigarettes, listening to Bobby Lou Bland, and I was envisioning him getting on the bikes, because what had happened is that I had taken him to an Natomas racket club because I wanted so much for him to be well, and I recognized that there was nobody there that looked like him. He was not comfortable there, and then the way he was raised, exercising was not part of the regimen. It was going to work and coming home and providing for the family, and so he didn't want to be there. And I saw it in his face, like, what are you doing bringing me here? And so I thought, God, if I had a place that I could create an environment that resonated with us, a kitchen, and show how to cook alternative soul food, have a place to exercise. So it'd be a one-shot deal. So instead of a prescription handed to them for another medication, a prescription would be handed to them for, I need you to go exercise, I need you to go over here, I need to start to have some alternative cooking, and then deal with their stress. And at that time we didn't call it trauma, but I saw the stress. I saw it in my father, my uncle, and I just saw it in life. I saw it in my neighborhood. And I wanted an environment where we'd have a waterfall, a place to have to relax.
So I had the luxury, I would say luxury because it was such a sacred space, to come to the Wellness Center. It's the Wellness Center, right?
Well, it's the Neighborhood Wellness Foundation, but we share the headquarters. So my husband and I bought a building and we rehabbed it in the middle. And the inside, we haven't done the outside yet, and donated back to the community. So brother to brother, that's their headquarters. Sister to sister, that's our headquarters.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. So I came last week to your sister to sister meeting. Reverend Tammy Denise was there to talk about breast cancer awareness, and I walked into something I wasn't expecting. When I pulled up, when I drove past to park, and I saw a line of people out there waiting. I think you guys were doing a food giveaway that day. And my heart, and my heart was just like, I started to swell up inside. But it felt, and then when I came inside and I sat down, and it was a bunch of black women, all socioeconomic levels, and we was in there not having, I would say church, because that's what we call it, but y'all was in there having such a sacred moment of healing, and I just started crying. And to sit and see black women who often don't get a safe space like that, be able to be so vulnerable and not be judged, and for there to be such an uplift, and the ancestors were so heavy in the room. And I was just like I cried the whole time because it was just so beautiful.
And then you shared your beautiful voice with us.